it's Gail Banks with Gail Banks Creates. Welcome to my channel. I want to thank all of my new and existing subscribers. I appreciate all your love and support. Guys, I'm on today to share my make into a hashtag Citrus Punch Mondays. This was a hashtag that was hosted by Audrey at sewgoodall and Veronica at VLB Allen 1 here on YouTube. And every Monday in the month of June, they posted citrus punch theme projects. So the citrus could be lemons, limes, and the punch could be strawberries, watermelon. So anything you wanted to create, quite a few crafters joined in on it. It ended the last Monday in June. However, Audrey at So Goodall said she wanted to continue it at least for 2 Mondays in July. So this is the July 8th uh, submission for my project because I talked to Audrey and I said, hey, I will participate with you the first 2 Mondays. Well, not the first 2 Mondays, but the 8th and the next Monday in July. So again, the hashtag is Citrus Punch Mondays, and a link to Audrey and Veronica's channel will be below. But I think Veronica said she couldn't continue it, but you never know. She may sneak a project in on us. We just have to watch and see. So guys, let me share with you what I created for uh, the collab. I used this, do I got it upside down? Yep, I did. I used some washi tape from the Simple Story Simple Vintage Lemon Twist. I also used some ephemera out of there, as well as some paper from the 6x8 paper pad. I also used some diamond dots in my project. This colors, as well as these colors. And for my sentiments, I use this metallic sticker book from Tim Holtz Ideology. And I use this Spellbinders cutting die lemon zest. Now, I know we all have this cutting die in our stash because you can see I got it on clearance from Hobby Lobby. It's a lot of little pieces and it came out gorgeous, but it's a lot of little pieces. So this is what the die looks like. I'm sorry for the glare. This is what the die looks like on the back. I also used a small scallop rectangle die from Diamond Press. I did use a sentiment out of here. I think I used the Thinking of You, which is a woodware collection, and it's called Word Fragments. I did do a little embossing, and I used this Spellbinders embossing folder called Loops. And I used a couple of sheets of paper out of this Paper Studio, which is Hobby Lobby, the basics. So guys, those are what I used to create my makes. I created a 5x7 card and some ATC cards. Miss Martha, I did some ATCs. Okay, so let me give you a closer look at the ATC cards and then I'll share the 5x7 card with you. To be honest with you guys, these two are my favorite ones. But here's the first one. I just used from the, what's it called? Lemon Zest die from Spellbinders. I just cut the little lemons and some leaves out. And I know you can't really see it, but I distressed the edge with some squeezed lemonade. Here's that paper from Hobby Lobby. And this is where I used the Diamond Press die to cut out the scallop. And I just took some purple ink and kind of distressed around it. I cut out a couple of little flowers. And this is where I used the diamond dots. And it says, live this life. That's the first one. The next one I created was this one. It's on the same vein as this one. You can see I distress the edges of the lemons with some squeezed lemonade, distress oxide, Sweet Life from Tim Holtz, paper from Paper Studio, and the little flowers came out of the die set from Spellbinders. Okay. Like I said, these are my favorite. This is where I use the Simple Stories, Simple Lemon Simple Stories. Like I can't talk. Simple Vintage Lemon Twist collection. So this was the ephemera. Here's the washi tape. And as you can see with the paper, I had pre-embossed this paper and had it in the paper pad. But when I ran it back through, because I used a die to cut out this edge for this ATC, it flattens your embossing. But I thought it still came out really pretty. And I put some diamond dots on there. And I backed it on some 110 pound to make it sturdy. Here's the next one. And this one you can see what I did was, instead of running the die through the die cutting machine to flatten out my embossing, I traced around it and hand cut it. So that way you can still see some of the embossing. Here are some ephemera from the Simple Stories collection. Choose Joy from Tim Holtz. And this one and this one I did pop up on some foam dots. And this is where I use the diamond dots. So those are my ATCs. Let me share with you my 5x7 card. So here's my 5x7 card. I think it came out really pretty. I pretty much followed the inspiration picture on the die package. The only difference was, instead of making my flowers white, I made them purple. So as you can see, I did distress the edges of the lemons here. This is where I use that woodware stamp, and here is some like purplish pastel foil I had in my stash, and when I did the stamp, I just backed it against some foil and used some foam adhesive to pop it up. Here's where I cut out the little flowers from the die, and this is where I used the various diamond dots. And it's on a 110 pound like cream color card base, and on the inside, that's what it looks like. That is just some purplish pastel foil recollections that I had in my stash. So that is my 5x7 card. And yes, every one of these little pieces are separate. Woo! It took a minute, but I'm pleased with how it turned out. So guys, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Why don't you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification to be notified of new video uploads. Leave a comment below. I will respond to my comments. I will post another hashtag Citrus Punch Mondays video on the next Monday in July. Please be sure to go over to Audrey's channel, which is So Good All. Link is below in my description box, and show her some crafty love. If you like as I said, give the video a thumbs up if you really like it. Subscribe to the channel. I want you guys to continue to take care of one another, continue to be safe, and I will definitely see you in the next one. Bye.